Coach, when you watch, are there common miscues happening, I guess, over the last few weeks that you're seeing?
It's been different things. Yeah, I thought the third quarter kind of got some life back in them. You know, at that point we was up 13 and a bunch of things happened from there. And then, oh Lord, here we go. So, yeah, we got a big long run busted on us, and I think that kind of helped them out a little bit, kind of got them momentum. And then from there on, it was kind of like every other series. We'd hold them, then they would come back with something. So, went in at half 17, I think it was 17. They had scored, and we came out the second half, and then we ended up scoring, going up, and then, you know, kickoff return and just different things. And then all of a sudden we was in a ball game. So it was definitely an exciting one, but we had to work all the way through the game to try to get it done, and we got it done. So that's the most important thing.
When you look at FSU, you know, obviously the stats aren't good, but you don't, I think you just, I don't think you do game plan. There's a lot of stuff they do that's correctable. They've had trouble with jumps all year and stuff like that. When you look at the talent, just how much talent?
Yeah, they've got some talent, you know, dropped some balls. There's been some speed sweep miscues. There's just been some kind of crazy things happening to them, but they do have some talent. I think they're athletic up front. I think their tight ends are good. Their wide receivers can run. They've kind of, we'll just see at game time how many running backs they do have, you know, but definitely a good football team with players. You know, you can't go by records. This is a rivalry game. It's Florida State versus Miami, so you got to expect the unexpected, and I'm sure we'll see some things we haven't seen before.
We saw a little bit of Zaquan Patterson on Saturday. Just what are your thoughts on how he played, and you know, can we expect to see him a little bit more this season?
Yeah, I thought he played solid. I think the open date helped him. Probably play a little bit more this game, you know, giving him in there. So I want to make sure when he goes in there that you know, that he's you know, going in there in good situations, and I think he's earned the right to play at this point. You know, he just keeps getting better, so we'll start playing him more and more, and it's going to help on the back end, of course, giving some guys some breaks. So yeah, I liked what I saw.
Hey, Lance, you guys practice against the #1 passing offense in the country every single day, so obviously you're getting a lot of reps in pass defense. What's kind of gotten away the last few weeks to where teams are having success throwing the ball against you?
Well, we probably played against the best receivers in the conference last week, beside ours. You know, Cam, when he does, when we go against them, he buys a lot of time, so you got to stay in coverage. So I think each team kind of gives you a different look. You know, some things, what they're doing, you may match up better, even though they have good wideouts. It just kind of depends on their philosophy. I think Coach Brom's a great play caller. I thought the quarterback's probably the best one we played so far. Was able to get pressure on him late, which was good, but it all started up front. I think if you can stop the run early on and kind of eliminate that and force them to pass, and then you can have better defenses called. So it was kind of just a cat and mouse game for a little while in there until we knew they had to pass the ball.
And then also as a follow-up, and you would know the numbers better, I haven't researched the numbers, but it doesn't seem like you're getting to the quarterback the way you were accustomed to in your style of defense. And, what do you attribute that to?
Well, I don't know exactly what we're ranked. We're ranked pretty high in sacks right now, but people are smart. I mean, people aren't going to sit back there and hold the ball for a long period of time when you got Ruben Bain coming at you and Barrow and guys like that. So some alternate throws that they have, but if they're smart, they'll get rid of the ball quick. You know, if you hold the ball, we got a better chance of getting to you. And some things they do don't allow you to pressure. They can get in certain formations that kind of dictate what you can do. So it's kind of here and there. But yeah, I'd like to get to the quarterback as many times as I could. It definitely helps the back end.
With Ruben, what have you seen from him in the past couple games since he came back?
Explosive. I think he had like 8 hurries on the quarterback this last game. Just a physical force, and he's going to get better and better, of course. So I like the way our front's playing. Of course, the backers, we just got to make a couple of changes on the back end and some things, and I think we're headed, you know, to where we need to be. We haven't played our best football, I don't think. You know, early on we played well against Florida early, then in conference play, people have been getting us a little bit, but what a great weekend to get back on track in this one.
Seems like Jaden Harris is, you know, had some struggles the last couple of weeks. Just what have you seen from him? Things he needs to work on. How is his confidence doing? I remember hearing from a few players that he's a confidence kind of guy. What have you seen from him? What does he have to?
Yeah, he's definitely a confidence guy. The better he plays early on, the better he is. But I think Saquon will help with that. You know, getting a guy in there that can come in and make plays also kind of take a little bit of relief off of him, I think will help. So the more guys you can play, the better you can rest guys and kind of give breaks to guys.
How did Jadis perform?
He played pretty good, especially early on. They challenged him on a couple of deep balls and he knocked them away. He definitely played better this game than the last, so he's continuing to get better. You know, OJ's still playing good right now, and Porter had a really good game the week before, and that last week was pretty solid. So we just need to continue to get better on the back end with those guys. Thank you.
Simeon
you got
Barrow,
another?
yeah. I say Simeon Barrow seems like he's really come into his own past couple of weeks. Just, I mean, how vital a weapon is he in being able to both stop the run and also, you know, get from the interior of the line into the corner?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good, you know. Hopefully they don't try to double team him, you know, they keep single blocking him. So I think we have some guys up front that you can't just look at one guy. Then we got different guys that can get off of blocks. And so it's been really, really nice, him playing well. You know, we'll need him to continue to do that.
Other than Zaquan and OJ, are any of the other young defensive backs showing you enough on the practice field that you feel here down the stretch that they can get increased reps? And
A couple of them are playing special teams, but they're just not there yet.
they're not there
you know,
as DBs.
We got to roll what we got. What we got is what we got, man. You know, so we'll get better this week, and we'll put together a good game plan and give those guys the best chance to have success.
I know coaches would prefer that everybody just goes as hard as they can every week, but this week is different. We all know that. Are you seeing a little extra juice?
Well, we had a walkthrough today. I thought the walkthrough was really good. Tomorrow will be our big day of practice, so I'm sure we'll be very high in energy, coaches, players, but it's different, you know. Anybody that knows what a rivalry game looks like, it's just a little bit different when you get in that course of the week. But you want the process to be the same. You're not playing the game tomorrow. You know, you're gonna play it on Saturday at 7 o'clock. So just keeping your composure, get better every day. But you should be excited this week.
Do you feel like there's a benefit to simplifying things ever to maybe help guys play faster if that could be?
We've tried to simplify, but the offenses don't simplify.
Yeah.
The offense keeps changing. So I mean, defense is different. You know, defense you got to play to what you see. And sometimes on game day, it's the first time you see that. And you've got to be able to recall things from your past that you've seen before, you know, and have a feel for things. And I think that's some of our problems, you know, trying to simplify as much as you can, but you can't go into a war with a BB gun. You got to have bullets in that gun, you know. So, you know, just try to get better with our eyes and do different things. If we tackle well, I think it solves a lot of problems. You know, if you can stop and limit the yards after catch, or a run and not them break tackles and get guys down, you always got a chance to play that way. So it comes down to tackling, you know, on defense, and then you go from there.
What was your rivalry whether it was high school, college, player, past stops for you? What was the one that got you the most energized?
Growing up, I was a McNeese guy, of course, so there was a school down the road called Lafayette, but it used to be called USL, and that was a big rivalry game. Of course, I didn't get to play in it because they stopped playing us. I don't know. We really just never had one. You know, there was a school, Monroe. Their head coach, he came from Monroe to us, and that was a rivalry. But you know, at Marshall, I guess it was App State. You know, it's whoever you have. You know, different games you played against, really. This one I know who it is. It's Florida State. It's all the state schools. It's Florida, so we're playing for the state championship this week.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.